Well, as you can see on this axe, I've overstruck, so we will need to be replacing the handle. This shouldn't be too hard of a job. All we need to do is just cut the handle off right here and drive it out. And this is the time that if you're going to be doing anything like refurbishing the head or any of that, this is the time that you need to refurbish it, is whenever you got the handle off, because you can get to it all and all that. There's a couple good and bad things about having hickory handles on axes. The good thing is you can replace them if they break, unlike some fiberglass. But the bad thing is they ain't as durable as fiberglass. But if you know how to replace the handles, you can replace them. Now, as you can see, we have the handle mounted in the vise, and we will be taking our saw and cutting it off close to the head, so that way we can knock the handle out of it and get it ready for cleaning up. You don't cut completely against the head. You don't want your teeth touching the head, because if they're touching the head, they can it will wear down your saw faster. Now that you have the handle sawed off, you will need to get something and punch the eye out through the bottom. Now that you have the eye removed, you can do any cleaning or anything that you want to do. And you need to get a good, suitable handle that is just a little bit bigger than the axe eye. So that way, you will need to custom fit this, which we will do. And you can use a wood rasp, which this is a 4-in-hand. I'll be using some of this. If you're skilled enough, you can use some power tools and all that, but this is just what I'm going to use for now. Now that you got your handle all sanded down and fitted, and you have it how you want, you will need, this one here didn't have no shellac or anything from the factory, I don't believe. Well, no, it didn't have no shellac from the factory, so it didn't take much sanding on this. And I got this handle from Ace Hardware, and they have some pretty good handles, and they also have these little wedge kits, and they tell you how to hammer a wedge in and all that. And now that you've finished anything you gotta do to your handle, well, not handle and axe head, you don't do you do your rough grinding to the edge, and then you'll do your finish grind to make it as sharp after you set the head and do all that work. But before you put the handle on, you need to get some boiled linseed oil and get a rag or something and put boiled linseed oil on where the axe head's gonna be. So that way, one, it helps protect, and two, it helps it slide on a little bit better. And you will also be putting it on the wedge that'll be going down in. And when looking for handles, you need to find a nice straight handle that has a grain orientation running parallel up and down, and get it to where it's a tad bit bigger, or just barely fits on the head of the axe, because you will need to custom fit this. But once you have it done, it should be nice. But when looking for handles, don't buy anything that the grain orientation is running side to side. That the grain orientation is running side to side. Make sure it's running up and down. And if you go buy anything, buy it with one color piece. Don't have mix of colors. My old handle had mix of colors, and it didn't last very long, probably 4 months at the most. But make sure the handle fits you nice and all that. And whatever your taste, you could put a straight handle on, whatever you prefer. I'm just putting a fawn's foot handle on, so. But you will need to, and whenever you set the head, you take and you put the head on the end, and you hammer here to force it down. I don't know exactly how all it works, but I know it fits the handle real nice and all that. And be sure not to hit too hard or any of that. And when you put the wedge in, don't hit the wedge like with, say your hammer or whatever you're using ain't the full length. You need to get something and put on top of the wedge to hit it square down and all that. And don't worry if this here ain't square on the top of the axe head. Make sure the axe head is square to the end of the handle. You'll see it more on like a double bit, which I got one behind me. Maybe. Well, I got one. I can show you later. And this is one way of doing a lot of single bit handles. This is the main way, or one of the main ways. And most tools you will need will be a little handsaw, and if I can find it, a little handsaw, and also some rasp or some way to sand down. You can use a sander or a roll-out grinder with the sanding pad on it. Whatever your preference is, or whatever you have. Whatever works for you. Now I'm going to fit the head to the handle after putting some boiled linseed oil on it, and I'll show you the finished product. Now that you get the axe head set and all that, you can boil linseed oil the whole thing. Don't neglect the top, well, the bottoms and the tops. You can put some step wedges in, but I'm not going to do that unless necessary. You can put some gun oil on the axe head to help prevent rust and all that, but make sure you get plenty of boiled linseed oil on the tops and the bottom. But you will need to put boiled linseed oil on maybe once a day for the first week, and then maybe once a month for the first year, and then like every year you don't have to put it on as much. I don't, but as long as you don't neglect boiled linseed oil, or don't leave it in the weather, and you can get some of the little parts around the axe. If you really don't want those, you can take a knife and cut those off. I really don't mind them. I will show videos of me using this axe later on and all that, and maybe some videos of me sharpening the axe, but otherwise project's done for now. I might have, well, not might, I will have a hatchet project, which is sitting over there on the table. The shiny thing, you can't see it too well, but thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much.